Hello? Hi. Sorry, it's a bit strange. It's just a bit strange. I didn't think I'd be calling you again, or at least I was doing my best not to call you again. And it's been a while. How long has it been? Do you know what? It might have been days. I'm not sure, but it feels like months. That last conversation we had on the phone, oh God, that was really difficult. That was so tough. And I know we said that we wouldn't talk because when we talk, it just brings stuff back, and all my emotions come flooding back to me. But honestly, it's so difficult to not. It's so difficult to not talk to you. How are you? How have you been since the since the last time we spoke? Since we parted ways? Me? I haven't been too good. I wanted to stay strong. I tried to stay strong. And I know I should stay strong, but it's hard. It's really difficult. After that phone call last time, when we hung up, I don't know if I should be ashamed to say it, but I couldn't fight back the tears. The tears came and I couldn't stop them, and then I bawled my eyes out. Because I'd realized the one person in the world who understands me, the one person in the world who I love more than anyone or anything else, I had just said that I didn't want to be with anymore. And you know it's not because I don't want to be with you, it's because of all the practical factors between us. All these logistical factors which keep us apart and which make it difficult to actually be together. Oh, and the annoying thing is, like the frustrating thing is that those factors haven't changed. And they're likely not to change, but you feel how you feel. And there's nothing you can do about that. You can't change your emotions, you can't change your feelings. In my opinion, you can't change your love. You can't choose who you love. You can't choose who you fall in love with. And I fell in love with you. And I fell in love with you really, really hard and really deep. And I can't do anything to reverse that. I can't do anything to stop it. Like even now, when I speak to you, when I think of you, my love just grows. My affection for you just comes to the surface, and it doesn't stop. It doesn't stay still. It just keeps expanding, and I can't help it. I know this is a moment of weakness. I know that for you it's hard. And I know that if I message you or if I call you, it makes it so much more difficult for you to move on and for me to move on. And logically and rationally, I know that I shouldn't call you. I shouldn't message you. I shouldn't contact you. But my God, it's so difficult. That one, that day when we had that conversation, when I called you, when we had to break up over the phone, That day was tough. That night when I went to bed, I had so much trouble sleeping. I just couldn't get to sleep. I was so upset. Honestly, I was so upset. I was trying to be, I was trying to be strong about it. I was trying to be a big man about it, but tears kept streaming from my eyes. But when I went to bed, they were more like quiet tears. Like it's just the emotions in my mind. They just trigger them, and my eyes just kept leaking. I just couldn't stop it. Couldn't stop them. And I think obviously I finally did get to sleep. But when I woke up the next day, it was even more horrible. You know, when you wake up and you're not fully there yet. You're still half asleep. And I woke up, and in my half asleep state, I automatically reached for my phone to see if you'd messaged, like I used to do and like I did a lot, like all the time when we were together. Even in the morning, the first thing I'd do is just roll over, grab my phone and see if you'd messaged. When you had messaged, it just made my day. It made me so happy. And I instinctively did that morning, the morning after we had the last conversation. And I didn't see your name on my phone. There was no message, no missed call, nothing. And then the reality of the situation hit me all over again. That we had broken up the day before, and my God, it was horrible. Horrible. As I said, I don't know how long it's been. I can't even tell how long it's been. It might have been days or it might have been weeks, but for me, it feels like months on end. It's annoying as well because I haven't been able to concentrate on other stuff either. When I'm studying, when I'm working, I'm not fully there. My mind is always on you, like you are always in the back of my mind. I wonder how you're doing and I wonder how you're feeling. And I wonder if you're okay. And I can't help wondering, and so many times I've reached for my phone to message you. And so many times I've just had my phone in my hand. And I've just had the phone app open and my thumb's just been hovering over your name. And I know that if I click it, then it's going to start calling you. There have been times I've even clicked it. Then when it starts to connect, I quickly press the red button and hang up. Because I know that I'm being weak. But I can't help it. And so many times I've opened up our chat and I've even gone to type out a message. And I've typed out messages to you. They're a bit different each time, or rather they were a bit different each time. They were asking how you are, if you're okay, asking about those things you told me about before we ended it. And I type these messages out, but then I don't send them. And then I delete them. Like I delete the draft. And a couple of times when I've been typing them, I see that you've come online. And that's a really weird feeling for me because like it feels like you're right there. It feels like you're so close I could reach out and touch you, but I know I can't. And when I've been typing out these messages and when we're not supposed to be speaking and you come online, it makes me it made me a bit nervous. So I was like, because I was thinking, you know, if I press send right now, then you'll see it straight away. And then you'll know I'm thinking about you. And because it was me who instigated the final breakup, I don't know, I didn't want to be weak and I didn't want you to feel that I was weak. But the temptation was so strong, like crazy strong. I couldn't stop it. But I resisted. For a while, at least I resisted. But now look at me. Look at me, I've called you. And I was really nervous when I was calling you as well. I had my phone in my hand for a long time. I was sitting there just doing my usual thing, hovering my thumb over your name in the phone app and wondering if I should press it or not. I even pressed it a couple of times and then hung up before it connected, but this time I pressed it and I waited. And while it was ringing, I wondered if you'd pick up. And I wondered what it would be like when you picked up. If it would be like it always was, or if you'd be surprised. If you would even pick up. I wondered if it would be the same between us. And what it would be like to hear your voice again. And actually, now that I'm hearing your voice again, it feels so good. It feels like home. It really does. Now, there's that quote. I think you might have seen it in a meme or something. That home is not a place. Home is a person. And for me, you are that person. You are home to me. It actually doesn't matter where I am or what I'm doing, but as long as you're with me, I feel I'm home. I feel safe and I feel secure. And even when you're not with me, but we can talk by text or by phone, I get this feeling of comfort and warmth, even just from the sound of your voice or just the words you send me through text. It makes me feel a closeness and it makes me feel like I'm not alone. And with you, I never feel alone. This has been the most horrible thing in these times that we haven't spoken. I felt really alone. And it's been really difficult because, as I said last time, how can I let go of the person who understands me the most? How can I? I really want to know how you've been. Tell me. I hope you haven't been as bad as me. I mean, okay, this might sound bad or something like that, but that's actually kind of a lie. I've been having a hard time, and part of me, not hopes, but part of me wonders if it's also not so easy for you. Because I think if it was easy for you, then maybe I'm the one who's like really deep into this and then you're not, which would kill me actually. Like it would really kill me. It would kill me if I'm having the worst time and you're fine, because then it means that I was so much more connected to you than you are to me. And I really hope that's not the case. But at the same time, obviously, I don't want you to suffer. It's a weird emotion. It's a really strange, odd emotion that you kind of want the person you love to be feeling something similar to you. Because if they're not feeling bad in any way, then it leads to the stark and excruciatingly painful realization that your feelings are so much deeper than theirs. So yeah, I really hope that you've been okay. But I also hope that, that I mean something to you. I'm saying this really badly, I'm sorry. But I hope that you've been okay. I really do. At the end of the day, I just want to make you happy and I just want to make you smile and I just want to be connected to you. Oh my God, this has been so difficult. I hate it. I don't know what to do now. Honestly, now I don't know what to do. So many times when I've opened up our chat to write you a message and then I inadvertently end up deleting it. I've also looked through our chat. I've scrolled up through our text chat. They say that in the end, you think of the beginning, and it's true, you do actually. I thought about the days in which we first met and how amazing it was, and how the first moment I met you, I felt this connection that I cannot explain, that I've never felt before with anyone else. And I know it's unique. And how I felt this understanding from you, like between each other, and how it was just an amazing thing. And then how we got closer and closer and closer. And I just love reading it in our messages. And obviously, it made me miss you that much more. And it made me miss all sides of you. It made me miss your sweet sides and your naughty sides and all those other sides of you. You just have so much depth to you. You have so much depth of character, and you're unique as a person. Honestly, it just made me realize how special you actually are. And it did make me realize how I don't think I can live without you. That might sound really, really needy and clingy, and I don't want it to seem that way because I want to be independent, obviously, like everyone does, and I don't want to have to need anyone, but I think I do need you. I think I really do. So I don't know what to do now because the practical and logistical things which are keeping us apart haven't changed. But I've realized that my emotions are way too strong to ignore, and I can't ignore them. I can't pretend that I'm okay with not being with you just because of practical considerations. I've realized that life is what you make it. And if you want something, then you have to fight for it. I've also realized that I'm never ever going to meet anyone like you, ever. And I know that for a fact. I'm never going to meet anyone as sweet, as kind. Your characteristics are unique, and how they sit together is unique, and how we understand each other, I'll never find again. I'll never find anyone who understands me like you. And I know you feel the same way. I know that no one understands you like I do. I'm not going to be arrogant and say you won't ever find anyone who understands you like this again, but I will say that I'm sure with like 95% accuracy that you won't, because I know what we have is so special and it's unique, and actually it's worth fighting for. So I'm not trying to pitch to you, but I am kind of. So all I'm saying is I've missed you so much. And honestly, I can't take being without you. And I really love you. So, can we try again? mm.